Hello friends, it's BorasLegend here. Today's time again for a recap from FUT Champions, and this weekend was very important because this was the first weekend of qualifier to the Global Series, to the Spring Cup, and we got a very good start here with 39 wins, almost 40. We lost a very close game, which you will see later. And also we had a new patch live, which of course changed the prerequisites in FUT Champions, because now it's impossible to cherry pick, so there will be some tougher matchups, but definitely I think that the matchmaking didn't change. It was always tough, but there was always also a way around it with the cherry picking. Also we had some changes to the gameplay. We had the kickoff glitch fixed, which of course you can still score kickoffs, but it's not as easy as before because the defense is a little bit more compact. But also I think this affected the gameplay somehow because it feels a little bit slower than before, and I actually like it because you have some more time to think now, and it simply, I think it benefits players who are good at pressuring the opponent who thinks football, and I think this is a good change. It reminds a little bit of the old FIFA when you played head to head, you know, club games, Madrid versus Madrid. It was a little bit more slower gameplay, a little bit more tactical. But there is a huge difference between a slow gameplay and a responsive gameplay. I mean, slow and responsive is fine, slow and unresponsive not good, and we had it this weekend in many games. Unfortunately, the servers are not really on top at the moment. But anyways, let's move into the team, and we have some new big signings. So you can see here we're playing a 4-1-2-1-2 in-game. It's still working after the patch. I played it almost the whole weekend league, was working really good, and we have getting behind for the strikers, stay back for the CDMs and for the wingbacks, and also stay forward for our cam here. The new signing, Thierry Henry, which we did his SBC, the Prime version, and he was really good as a cam because he's also fantastically good in the defense. He has a 53 defense and he is very tall, he has the physical, he really helps the midfield. And I think in the future, when I have my ultimate team, I will have Henry playing as the right center mid, because he's not really good enough with the dribbling and passing to be the perfect cam, but he's really good in the defense and has great finishing. And right center mid we have Milinkovic-Savic, and he is a smart man's Pogba, because if you compare these two guys' stats, he has better stats, but he's much cheaper, and also he will get, I think, upgrade to his skills, because that is his only con right now, that he is a bit stiff. But his physicality is great, he's pretty fast, his finishing is amazing, and he's much better in the defense than Pogba. He was really solid this weekend. And yeah, he wins everything in the air. I mean, absolutely everything, and almost always he will cover that near post at the corner, so that feels very secure, having Milinkovic there. And yes, of course, he's a Lazio player, but that is not the reason why I use him. I use him because he's simply good. But overall, this team was working very good. Also, Bale was back playing as a left striker, and also De Gea in the goal. He's probably the best goalkeeper, even though, I mean, I feel that all goalkeepers are pretty poor. But yeah, he gets the job done, mostly. And I think the only upgrade I can do this month, maybe to change Bale for Neymar 95, because I saw his stats and I used them in the draft and he was so good. That is really one upgrade that I want to make. And then the good old duo Mane and Salah were back on the bench as super subs, and also Dele Alli, which I got in my monthly awards, even though he was not really making so many appearances. This weekend league he got 2 games and didn't really impress. And custom tactics almost exactly same as last weekend, only shooting down to 60 from 65, so it's very balanced and it works with absolutely all formations. Time for my best games, and this was against a guy who was more lucky than me, at least, in his monthly awards, getting here both Aguero and Koulibaly, and he was also going to sub out Nani later. But you can see also how we make these changes in the game. We just press pause, and I said this many times before, that everybody will keep their initial chemistry. We can have Bale and Ronaldo playing as strikers on full chemistry, and also here the instructions. Takes 15 seconds, it's not a problem. And we get the first attack here. You can see also Milinkovic-Savic, that he is not so slow, he's pretty fast here. Pretty much outpacing Walker, just using his strength and we're gonna find a pass here. The simple passes to Ronaldo, and a finish here in the far post. And we defended very well this weekend, just L1 switching faster to the closest player, to Ferdinand, and disarming his man. And we had a team of towers. I mean, our midfield, everybody's like 6'2", 6'3", and it's very good on goal kicks because we're winning everything, and also having Henry as a cam, and here finding some quick passing. Henry gets a bit lucky, but he just uses some nice technique here, finding Ruud Gullit with his 5-star weak foot and scoring the second goal. And here once again, L1 switching, LB on Xbox, and then just a very, very light tackle. You can see here only one bar, a snap tackle to take the ball from Aguero once again. Good defending, just saving us from conceding a goal. And Milinkovic-Savic, you can see here on the midfield, he has the height, he has these extra pixels, he covers so much ground. And this gives us this counter-attack, and Gareth Bale scoring a nice driven shot as always. And here Milinkovic starts this attack, and Ronaldo just, I mean, he's team of the year, he has crazy long shots and you have to take the shots. And we did here for goal number 4. But you don't need the team of the year Ronaldo to score these crackers, because you can only use Milinkovic-Savic. Look at this, a wonderful finesse shot for the final result. 5-0. And this next game will be against our opponent this weekend with the highest record, the best record. He had 36 wins. And also you can see a very nice team with that Neymar 95 that I really wish that I had in my team. And here Rivera, nice defending, but he gets the ball back. But look at this, how we just we see this space here, we see that he's going to try to make the pass, and we are ready for this. We're just running back and covering this passing lane. Here we will get a great chance for counter-attack. Ferdinand winning the ball, and Henry just turning around and twisting, and we get a 3 versus 2 situation, and now it's 2 against 1. And Ronaldo just too eager, too early. We have to take these extra steps. You have to be cool here and try to maximize your chance to score. We simply took the shot too early, but this time it was a good decision with Ruud Gullit. I mean, when you have players like Ruud, you need to shoot, because he scores pretty much everything from distance, and especially with that 5-star weak foot. This guy, he also had Ruud Gullit, but we defend here nicely all the time, just applying pressure on the ball holder and forcing him to make this mistake. And this is a nice position from Ferdinand, covering this pass to Gullit, perfect positioning. And he had his attacks, but we defended overall very nicely in this game, and we will get a great breakthrough here, a great chance for scoring a goal, and we will do it very nice here. Just some quick passing, one-touch passes, and Thierry Henry in the end, 2-0. And after this we had some more chances, and we could easily just seal the deal. But look at this save from De Gea. This has to be a goal from Ruud Gullit, and instead of 3-0, we got into some trouble. First here Ferdinand blocking the shot very nicely, but after this, I mean, this is hard to defend. He finds the pass here to Ronaldo, and he will find the pass to Del Piero, and it's actually, I think, Walker just destroying this offside line, and Del Piero gets that open shot for 2-1. And of course, instead of 3-0, 2-1, it gets into your head a little bit, and you will see here this is a great attack, great tempo, it's very hard to defend. And he scores 2-2, but we're waiting for extra time. But Ronaldo here, just look at these fake body feints. They are so efficient sometimes, and just finding this lofted cross. And that's why we have Thierry Henry. That's why we did his prime. He is a clutch player. And 3-2, and just look at this. De Gea tries to score a goal, but this pass from Vieira is genius. It's almost into the goal. We're using manual low passes, of course, and Salah, the easiest goal of his career, 4-2. Next player here, we have also a very good team, Neymar and Petit. Of course, he's not going to play striker, he's going to change him later. And look at this, just turning very fast, the drag back, surprising him. And then we see that he runs out, and we simply just make a chip shot here with the team of the Ronaldo. But this guy, he was going to score some goals here, and it's not much we can do. Petit with his weak foot, maybe De Gea could have done better, but Once again, just a simple ball roll to make to give Ronaldo the slightly better angle for this finish. Great composure, and in the second half we're gonna switch to the 4-2-3-1, and also when we do that we sub out Milinkovic-Savic. We have the instructions here: stay back for the wingbacks and for the CDMs, and also stay forward for all three cams and get in behind for the striker Ronaldo. But we didn't really get the best start in the second half. It's actually De Gea here making a huge mistake. Sometimes he just does this and we have to accept it, but we're not going to let this disturb us from playing nice attacking FIFA here. Some quick short passing, and he's trying to make the offside trap, but he fails, and we get a very simple chance here, just trying to not collide with the Thierry Henry, because that would be of course offside. But Thierry Henry now, and he has so good finesse shots. He has this trait, finesse shots, and he just bangs them almost every time. And this guy, he was not so successful with his offside traps. And just look at the jumping from Ronaldo, jumping like a freaking frog. And we're gonna make more of these lofted crosses once again. I mean, he failed with his offside trap a second time, a third time, and we're scoring the lofted cross. This time it is Sadio Mane for the final result, 6-2. And I will show you one more game here of my best games, and this was against a good opponent with a decent team. Of course not on my level, but my attacking play this game was very nice. I want to show you this. The heel tool flick this time, and this was actually through the legs of De Gea. But later, this is very nice, just drag back and taking the shot, taking the finish when you have players like a Team of the Year, Ronaldo, 2-0. And this defending is very nice, just jumping into the passing lane, Vieira, just fooling him, giving him the space, and when he tries to make this pass we're just jumping in. And here we make a mistake in the defense. We had to drop down a little bit here with Walker to cover Messi, but we tried to push up instead, and this gives him the space to score this goal with Messi 2-1, but it's not gonna stop us here. A heel to flick variation and one touch driven pass to Bale with a simple tap in, 3-1. And later also a good old 45-degree fake shot, and Bale, he's very tired, but he's running like Forrest Gump, and in the end scoring this nice driven shot for the final result. Time for my defeats, and this was against a good opponent, and yes, also a good team, and that Asenjo in the goal. He was very good this game, and very interesting. Maybe I might try him. But first, when I see here a huge mistake, just passing it into the gap, passing it to Ronaldo, and you can't make this mistake at this level, and you will get punished. Ronaldo scoring with the long shot here, we get a great chance, but Asenjo in the goal pulls off a nice parade. But we will have a good period here. We will create a lot of chances, and having a nice tempo here, and also the drag back, trying to fool him, but Ramos there with the block. But from this corner, finding the manual corner to Ronaldo, just heading it into the far post, and we have equalized this game 1-1. And here is a great chance, but look at this, it's a nice block from the opponent. Like we said before, he was a good player, he definitely knew what he was doing, and here he was using actually Marcelo in the 4-2-3-1 as the left winger. That is interesting and nice choice. And Ronaldo here trying that snapshot, but off the target, and extra time, and it was so close. I was scoring the goal, but it was actually offside from Ferdinand. It is so small margins, and we will get one more good chance here. Ronaldo, but saved by Asenjo, but instead he will find a pass to Kanté, but luckily it's off the target. But in the end, this will go to a penalty shootout, and this was not really a penalty shootout that I am proud of. I mean, he was good at saving them, he was good at reading them, but we're gonna make some huge mistakes. I mean, this game had some delay, and you can't try this powerful penalty kicks if you have delay. You have to go for the light options, because if you just overpower it a little bit too much, you're going to miss the target. And after that miss, we tried a little bit lower, but yes, he was good at reading them. And in the end, you're gonna see here Kanté scoring the winning goal, and we didn't manage to score one single penalty kick in this game. I could really only laugh. But yes, as you see, it was a close game. I mean, it could have gone both ways, and this was actually my first penalty kick loss in I think 5-6 shootouts. So yeah, I'm not really sure what happened, but yes, shit happens. Time for my greatest comeback this weekend, and I didn't really have some sick comebacks. I mean, I was very stable in my gameplay, but this could have gone very bad, because this was one of the first games. I believe it was like game number 10 or something, and you can't drop a game versus opponents like this. But we were close, because it's gonna start to waste time very early, and the gameplay wasn't so fast. It was a bit delayed. It was very hard to apply pressure, and I was getting a bit stressed, you know. She just starting to switch wings, and I was thinking, okay, we are in trouble and we cannot afford to lose this game. But you can see here that we're gonna try to, we queued a pause. We're gonna go to our gambling formation, 3 at the back. But before we did that, actually, we're getting this chance, but Hernandez is down and defending in the defense. But Mane, our super sub, he gets the rebound and he scores 1-1. And of course, this changed the plans, so we didn't really go to 3 at the back. Instead, we're gonna actually, I was thinking, okay, diamond or 4-2-3-1. Okay, we need some stability. The gameplay is not perfect. We need to think about our defense, and we're switching here to the 4-2-3-1. And this was going to be a good change, because we're winning the ball high here with Mane, and Vieira just a perfect threaded pass, a threaded through ball to Mane. He was a great super sub here, and finding the cross, a bit lucky here, but Thierry Henry with the goal here, 2-1. And that was a very nice comeback. That felt great. And of course, my friend, you're gonna taste your own medicine. You're not gonna touch the ball. There is no single way. And yes, that was also the final whistle. 2-1 victory. So yeah, it was a good start to the qualification month, and it was a long day yesterday. As you can see today, I'm tired. I'm very tired, but I'm trying my best here. And we got the top 50 in Weekend League. Actually, we didn't really have the best skill rating, because we didn't play any games on Friday, because I was building my team still. I was trying to afford De Gea and Bale, which I in the end did, after playing some draft using FIFA points. But next week we will try to get some better skill rating, and also we're gonna try to maintain these type of results, and hopefully in the end, it's 3 weeks left, we can make it to the Spring Cup. And if you don't know, it's top 64 going through, so right now we are in a very nice position. And this also means that we will have a top 100 weekly pack this week. It's been a while, but good timing to finally be back in top 100. Hopefully also we can get a nice team of the week. But that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you know, until next time.